Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. And hey, you guys, some more. It was a quick turn and burn, but we're back. And of course, it's you guys. It's Oreo Jr. over here looking like Hugh Hefner. It's Scott, and it's me. And we're here. And we got this book. We're going to finish up Spooksville by Christopher Pike. It's going to be amazing.
Oh,
I think.
we're gonna finish it.
No, we're going to keep going with it. Scott, you thought it was over that quick? We didn't
Well,
even
you
get on
said
the
we're gonna
path.
finish it up.
Well, we're going to keep going with this, what I meant. We haven't even got on the path yet,
Alright, well,
on
I'm
the
just
secret path.
listening to what you're saying.
Scott, don't you take me serious. I'm not a serious person right now. I'm in a Bucky's costume. Is Bucky's a serious person? Okay, so we're going to put Oreo Jr. over here by the campfire by his friends. He loves that. And we're going to get started. Okay, Scott, what do you expect to see? What do you guys expect to see this time? Do you remember what we did, where we were last time?
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm trying to remember where we ended.
Bum gave them a riddle
right.
to get on the path.
Oh, I think they're gonna get on the path.
We gotta see. Okay. Well, nonetheless, here we go. Once upon a time. No, I'm sorry. That was Slick Rick. Chapter 6. Well, that's just great, Sally said a few minutes later as they walked back up the hill in the direction of Adam's house. He gets us all excited about hearing the big secret, and then he just tells us a stupid riddle. You were excited? Adam asked. I thought you didn't want to find the path. I'm human, girl. Exactly, Sally, girl. Sally said, I can change my mind. Let me just stop right there. Everybody has that right. Like, just because you are starting on the decision, you have the right. Everybody has the right to change their mind. Never forget it. Just because you say yes to something, if you change your mind in the middle of it, just change your mind, baby. I feel like a lot of people keep going on these crazy paths because they too afraid to change their mind. So, FYI for whoever needed to hear that. You always have the right to change your mind. I'm human, Sally said. I can change my mind. She glanced over her watch, who had been silent since Bum sent them on their way. Aren't you disappointed? Not yet, Watch said. Sally stopped them. You're not trying to figure the riddle out, are you? Watch shrugged. Of course. But it's meaningless, Sally said. How can we follow the life of a witch who founded this town? She's been unalive for almost 200 years. And what does it mean anyway? A life isn't a line on the ground. You can't follow it as you would a path. Scott. That part of the riddle is easy, Watch said. He glanced at Adam. Have you figured it out? Adam had been struggling with the riddle since Bum had told them. But he had been hesitant to say anything because he feared he might have made a fool of himself. How can you make a fool of yourself and you just met these people like today? Watch was obviously the most intelligent one of the group. He spoke quietly as he answered Watch's questions. I was thinking to follow her life meant to follow where she went during her life, Adam said. I mean, duh. I mean, like, what else does it? Follow her life means follow her life. That's ridiculous, Sally said. It's probably true, Watch said. It's the only explanation. What puzzles me is what's so special about each place she went. Maybe the places aren't as important as the order they're in, Adam said. Maybe the secret path is right in front of us, like the numbers on a combination lock. But you have to turn the numbers in the exact right way, and only then the lock will open. Sally stared at them, dumbfounded. I can't believe you guys. Oh, I read this chapter already, but y'all gonna get it twice, baby. It's just as nice. You probably think you're Sherlock Holmes. Bum's just taking you for a ride. He only wants you to bring him another sandwich, and then he'll tell you another stupid riddle. He'll just keep going until you feed him the entire summer. That's the plan. Why Bum can't eat? Watch ignore her. I think you're right, Adam, he said, impressed. The path must be right in front of us. It's the sequence that's important, where you go first, second, and third. Let's try to figure out the place where Madame Templeton was born. I don't know, Adam said, well, how the hell would you know, sir? You just moved there and you just met these people. I've never heard of the woman until this morning. Right. Watch turned to Sally. Do you know where she was born? Sally continued to pout. This is so stupid. She paused. At the beach. How do you know? Wash asked, surprised. There's the old story about how Madeline Templeton was brought to Earth by a flock of seagulls on a dark and stormy night, Sally explained. In fact, she was supposed to have come out of the sky exactly where we just were with Bum. She made a face, if you can believe that. You believe everything else, Adam said. I draw the line at supernatural births, Sally replied. Period, me too. Okay. You ain't come from no stork in no sky. You ain't come from no stork in no sky. You ain't come from no stork in the sky. The story may have a germ of truth to it, Watch said. As long as the location of her birth is correct, it doesn't matter if birds or her mother brought her into this world. And if the location is accurate, we don't have to search for the first place on the secret path. We've already been there. He thought for a moment. It makes sense to me. Bum insists on telling me the riddle at that exact spot. Maybe he knew we would have trouble finding the first location. He ain't know Sally was coming back because when Sally comes, she know, honey. Where did she go next? Adam asked. How can we know? We may not know, or we may not have to know every detail of what she did, Wash said. We can follow the general direction of her life. There are so many stories about Madeline Templeton that this won't be as hard as it sounds. For example, I know that when she was 5, she was supposed to have wandered into the Derby tree and made all the leaves turn red. What the hell is the Derby tree? Well, never mind. We're about to find out. How can a kid get inside a tree? Adam asked. She was no ordinary kid, Sally explained. And it's no ordinary tree. It's still alive up on Derby Street. An old oak with branches hanging like clawed hands. Its leaves are always red year round. They look like they've been dipped in blood. Okay, girl, this is where I would want to go in the city that y'all say people be coming up missing. Okay, girl. And there's a large hole in it. You can actually slide inside and sit down, one person at a time. But if you do, your brains get scrambled. I've been in it, Wash said, and my brains didn't get scrambled. Are you sure? Sally said. Now, Watch, honey, you walking around with 4 different watches, your whole family spread all across these United States, sir. You sure your family brains didn't get scrambled, boo? After that, what did she do? Adam said. Wash started walking back up the hill. Let's talk about that on the way to the tree. I think I have an idea. It never goes well. Anytime people just have random ideas, it never goes well. The tree was as weird as Sally had described. Sitting alone in the center of a vacant lot, it looked as if it had witnessed many bloody battles and had been splattered in the process. The branches hung low to the ground, ready to scoop up any kid who ran by. Adam spotted the large hole in the side. It looked like a hungry maw. What is a maw?
Isn't that a bird?
I don't know.
Or am I thinking like the sound a crow makes?
We'll look this up later, maybe.
M-A-W?
M-A-W. The edges were rough, sharp teeth waiting to bite down and come together. I know a kid who went in there and came out speaking in tongues, Sally said. Snake tongues. It's just a tree that has been cursed, Wash said. Girl, y'all just acting like this is just some regular, everyday type situations. I'll go in first to show you there's no danger. How can we believe you when you come out? Sally asked. You might not even be human. Oh, brother, Adam said. Although he was glad Watch was going first. There was something pretty scary about a tree with blood red leaves at the beginning of summer. Are you looking at me? What happened? Together, Sally and Adam walked over to the tree and climbed inside the hole. A minute went by and Watch didn't reappear. What's taking him so long? Adam wondered aloud. The tree is probably digested. Sally said, Sally is my favorite because Sally be keeping it real, honey. She like, girl, he ain't coming back. We might as well just keep on this path. What's number 3? He in there, baby. He stuck like Chuck. How did he get the name the Derby tree? Adam asked. Old man Derby tried to chop it down once, Sally explained. I was only 5 years old at the time, but I remember the day. He blamed the tree for the disappearance of one of his kids. He had like 10 of them, so he could stand to lose one girl. Sally, my girl, honey. Sally, like, girl, he had too many kids anyway. So, I mean, 10, 9, 8, doesn't matter. Like, Sally is too much.
Odds are that you can lose one.
You was gonna lose one eventually. You lost one to the tree, sir. Sorry about that. Like, Sally is too much. I lives for Sally. I'm just gonna put it out there. I know she mean. I know it's mean, but honey, I'm sorry. I lives for Sally. Okay. Okay, wait. Sorry, I lost my place. Anyway, he came here one morning with a huge axe and took a swing at the tree. He missed and accidentally cut off one of his legs. Girl, what? Okay. Okay,
Wow,
sir.
that's a pretty good swing.
Were you chopping down? Like, how do you get your legs?
Cut off your whole leg with one swing.
It's Spooksville, baby. You'll see Derby walking around town on a wooden leg. All the children call him Mr. Stilts. He'll be the first to tell you that the tree is evil, and yet y'all going all up inside of it, just having a good time. Like, Do you have to go inside the tree to get to the secret path? Is my question. That would be my question. Do y'all have any questions? Do you, Scott? Do you, Oreo Jr., and friends? Do y'all have questions? Somebody needs to ask for questions. I just wish Watch would get back out here, Adam said. He cupped his hands around his mouth and called out, Watch! Watch didn't answer. Another 5 minutes went by, and Adam was on the verge of running for help when their friend finally poked his head out. He squeezed through the hole with difficulty. It was as if the opening had shrunk since he had been inside. He walked over to them like nothing had happened. Why were you inside so long? Sally demanded. What are you talking about? Watch asked, checking one of his many watches. I just went inside for a second. You were in there for at least an hour, Sally said. It was closer to 10 minutes, Adam corrected. Watch scratched his thinning blonde hair. That's weird. It didn't feel that long. Didn't you hear us calling you? Sally asked. No, Watch said. Inside the tree, you can't hear a thing. He paused. Who wants to go next? I will, Adam said, anxious to get it over with. Wait a second, Sally said to Watch. How do we know you haven't been altered in some way? I'm fine, Watch said. You wouldn't know if you were fine if you had been changed, Sally said. You'd be the last person to know. Let me ask you a couple of questions just to be sure your brain hasn't been operated on. Who's the most beautiful girl in Spooksville? Girl, period. Period. You got to ask the questions.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all the question. Who's the most beautiful girl on YouTube? Period, me.
There you go.
In a Bucky's costume, me. Not in a Bucky's costume, period. You are, Watch said. And who's the best poet in Spooksville? Sally asked. You are, Watch said. You write poetry? Adam asked her. Yes, and they're awful poems, Sally said. I think he's been altered. See, Sally keep it real, baby. She keep it fun. If I have, it happened a long time ago, Watch said. Give it a try, Adam. I want to move on to the next spot. Why he got to try? All right, Adam said, feeling far from excited about the prospect. He moved slowly towards the tree. As he did, a breeze stirred the red leaves, making it look as if they were excited about him coming close. Adam's heart thumped in his chest. Obviously, time moved at a different pace inside the tree. Maybe when he emerged, Sally and Watch would be old, like his parents. Your parents ain't old, because your parents probably about my age, so they ain't old. They probably younger. Maybe he wouldn't get out, but become a part of the tree. A sad face cut into a thick bark. The hole definitely seemed smaller than it had 10 minutes earlier, maybe half the size it had been. Adam realized he had to get in and out quickly. Still, he hesitated. A strange odor spilled out from the interior of the tree. Girl, I would not be going. You don't know what's in there. It could have been the smell of blood. Plus, as he stood under the tree, he couldn't help noticing how far away his friends appeared to be. They were where he left them, but they could have been a mile away. He waved to them, and it was several seconds before they waved back. Weird. I have to do it, Adam whispered to himself. If I don't, Sally will know I'm a coward. Let her know that. Does it matter? Like, I wouldn't be going to no damn tree where it seemed like time is like all jacked up. Scott, would you? I feel like you might. Would you guys go into a tree where time just kind of is distorted?
Might be interesting.
This how people go in caves. Right there. I have to do. Oh, wait, no. Summoning his courage, Adam ducked his head and squirmed through the hole into the tree. He was able to get his whole body inside and turn around. That is not the right, sir. I would, nope. Although he kept his head down. Standing hunched over, he peered through the hole and was surprised to see that everything outside had lost its color. It was as if he were looking at a black and white film. Also, as Watch had said, the interior of the tree was completely silent. All Adam could hear was his panting and the pounding of his heart. It seemed to him that the tree was also listening to his heart, wondering how much blood it pumped a day. Okay, girl, why would the tree be thinking that? How much blood the reckless little boy had to feed his hungry branches. I got to get out of here, Adam said to himself. He tried to squeeze back out. Now there was no doubt the interest had shrunk. Adam got halfway through and then felt his midsection catch. You getting caught up, sir? That's why you should have stayed your little ass outside of that tree, huh? Hard head make a soft ass, what my daddy used to say. Sucking in a strangled breath, he tried to let out a scream but failed. The bark had him in a vice-like grip, and the way it was closing on him, he would be cut in half. Help! He managed to get out. Sally and Watch were at his side in a moment. Watch yanked at his arms. Sally pulled at his hair. Girl, what is the pulling of the hair gonna do? Like, girl, what are you doing? But he stayed stuck. The pain in his sides was incredible. He felt like his guts were about to explode. Oh, he moaned. Sally was near hysterics as she pulled his hair out by the roots. Girl, what? What is pulling this man's hair gonna do, ma'am?
Wow.
What?
Sounds painful.
Yeah, he already in pain, ma'am. You ain't helping. Do something, Watch, she screamed. It's eating his legs. It's not eating my legs, Adam complained. It's breaking me in two. An unaliving man shouldn't squabble, Sally said. Exactly. Like, sir, you on the brink, baby. Okay, you on the brink. Why are you arguing with me when you on the brink? We're helping you get out of the brink. Watch. I know what to do, Watch said, letting go of Adam's arms. He ran over to the drooping branches and pulled out a big lighter. As Adam struggled to draw in a breath, Wash flicked the bick and held the flame under a particularly big and ugly branch. The tree reacted as if it had been stung. The branches snapped back, the leaves almost slapping Watch. At the exact moment, Adam felt the grip on him lessen. "Pull me now," he shouted to the others. Watch returned to Adam's side and with Sally's help yanked Adam free. "You lucky, sir." Adam landed face first on the rough ground and scratched his cheek, but the slight injury was overshadowed by his immense relief. He drew in a deep and shuddering breath and tried to crawl further away from the tree. Sally and Watch helped him to his feet. Behind him, Adam noticed the hole had all but vanished. "You can now see why old man Derby wanted to chop it down. Didn't you say he had too many kids?" Sally panted. "Yeah," Adam gasped, gently probing his sides for broken ribs. He seemed to be in one piece, although he knew he'll be sore the next day if he lived that long. Suddenly he had all enthusiasm for finding the rest of the secret, or suddenly he had lost all enthusiasm. Honey, I would have lost it when Sally started complaining, child, but you kept going. Suddenly he lost all enthusiasm for finding the rest of the path. "There's no way you're going in there," he told Sally. "I don't know if climbing inside the tree is a requirement." Then why the hell y'all have him do that shit?
It's a test.
That ain't no test. That was almost a funeral. Watch said, "It's probably good enough that we came here." I would be cussing Watch out. Because Watch was the one, "Who's next? Who's next?" I would have been cussing him out and trying to push him back into there. I wouldn't do that for real, but the thought did cross my mind reading this because I would be mad. "Now you tell me," Adam said, "right." "Let's quit while we're ahead," Sally said. "The path is too dangerous." "Let's go a little further," Wash said. "I know what's next. It can't be that dangerous." He paused and looked back at the tree. "I hope." Those are our 2 chapters for today, y'all. I'm going to try to do better. I was out of town last week, so I didn't get to come on during the week, but I'm going to do better because I won't be out of town this upcoming week. So I'm going to do better. We got to get this book going, and then I have a couple of other books I want to try out, you guys. So that concludes that. Did you learn anything from these chapters? Did you guys learn anything? Put it in the comments.
Stay away from the Derby tree.
Stay away from the Derby tree. Okay, period. I learned that before you feel peer pressured to do anything like what Adam did, ask some questions. That goes for anybody. If somebody's peer pressuring you, if they trying to talk you fast, if they trying to get you to do something that your mind is like, "Girl, this don't even seem right," go ahead and start hitting them with the questions like, "Well, do I really need to go up in there? Do I like ask some questions? Ask clarifying questions." You got anything else, Scott?
No. Just ready for the next chapter.
You ready already?
Yeah.
We ain't got there yet.
Things are getting good.
Yeah, it's getting real good. Like, this is a good book. Like, the Spooksville series is really good. So thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed. With that, we're going to bid you guys adieu. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and from where we are to wherever you are, peace and love and happiness, and skidamarinka-dinka-dank. Yeah. And we'll see you guys later. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.